Hello and welcome everyone back to our channel Basic ICT PNG. Now in this video we show you how to create formulas and functions using cell referencing. In our previous video on Excel we showed you how to create a formula and a function using values. Alright, in this video, as I said, we will use create functions and formula using cell referencing. Now this was what we did in the previous video on Excel. We used this, instead of using cell addresses, we use these values 1 and 1, 1 and 1. So we tried to calculate 1 plus 1. So it's a formula we did, we wrote it as equals 1 plus 1. And for a function we used equals sum, which is the function name, and your argument will be the value 1, and then another argument will be the value 1 as well, separated by a comma. While in a formula you use the plus operator. Okay, so now let's look at a formula using cell referencing. Cell referencing is simply using cell addresses in the calculation. We will see why it's very important to use cell addresses instead of values. So let's just start here. Okay, assuming number 1 is located or is in cell E1, the value 1 is in cell E5, in cell E5, and another one is in cell E6, E6. All right, so we're trying to calculate the same, do the same calculation here. So we go equals. Now instead of using the values 1 plus 1, we're going to use the cell addresses. So E1, this first one here is located in E5. Now you can type E5, or best and safest way is to just click on the cells. If I click on this, you see E5 appears there. That's called a click point method. So I just need to click a point and click, and then I supply. All I do is I supply the operators. So in this case it's an addition expression, so our operator is plus. So we always start with an equal sign. So E5 plus, I click on this, that's E6. My formula is done. I want to remain in the same cell, so I click this, enter up here, enter command up here. So that's my formula there, equals E5 plus E6. This is my formula using cell referencing. Now look up here, that's the same formula up there. But when I click away from this cell, let me see where it says formulas. I think it's under formulas. Yes, show formulas is showing up here. That's why I have this equals E5 plus E6. I have to uncheck mark this so that you see I get this value here. As you can see here, 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. So as you can see, but I didn't say 1 plus 1, it used the cell addresses. So 1 is in E5 and the other one is in E6. All right, so let's just show the formulas again and deal with it. So that's the formula there. Now let's go across to a function. Function, as we have seen in a previous video, all equations must start with an equal sign. Function, if you know the format of the specific function, you can type it down. But if you do not know, you go to formulas tab, go to insert function. So here we're trying to add 2 numbers. So go to click on insert function. The insert function dialog box will appear. You'll see this in this text box here. You have to type the function you're looking for. In this case, we're looking for the sum function because we're adding 2 numbers. I click on that. I type that. I type sum and I click go. Now sum would be selected here. All right. So I look down, I see what is the function of this function here, the sum function. It says adds all the numbers in a range of cells. All right. So here is which are range of cells. I can put that. I click OK. All right. Once I selected the sum function, you see sum appears there. When I click on insert function, it gives the equal sign. Then I select the sum function, it appears here, the function name appears. Next are the arguments. First argument, as I said earlier, this time we're not going to be using the values 1 and 1, but we're going to use the cell addresses or the cell names. Okay, so the safest way, as I said, is to click on them. So E5, that's first number, and we go E6. As you can see, it uses the comma operator to join this E5 and E6 in the calculation here. And I click OK. So this is my function here, equals sum open bracket E5 comma E6 closing bracket. That's a function. As you can see in this function, you don't see any Excel operators like plus, minus, asterisk, forward slash for division. No. Okay, come across to formula. You see, formula doesn't have a comma or a colon. It uses Excel operator. So there's one main difference between a formula and a function. All right, so this is how you insert a formula and a function using cell references. Let's hide the formulas and see the results. All right, so 1 plus 1, so E5 plus E6 is 2. That's correct. And the sum of E5 and E6 is 2. So our what is correct. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We've come to the end of the video. If you would like to see more such videos, make a request or make a comment, and I will make video specific for you. If not, we see you in the next video. I hope you like this one. Thank you.